What is up, everybody? Savage Brandon here, bringing you some Titanfall gameplay. This is Hardpoint on, I want to say Fracture? Yeah, Fracture. I'm using the Carbine as my main weapon, so we'll just get into it from there. So, to talk a little bit about the weapons first, because those are some of the things that I've seen changed, especially in the weapons. Let's start with the Carbine. The Carbine is basically your assault rifle. It's longer distance, balanced damage, that sort of thing, like you'd expect from an assault rifle. Using it in this game, it felt good. It felt balanced in the alpha too, but the guns seem to be a little more balanced in the beta in this regard. The Carbine has the longest range except for the sniper, since it's the assault rifle, and it does a medium amount of damage. And you could really feel that when you're using it. It has a moderate amount of recoil. My personal favorite weapon is the SMG, which is basically a submachine gun. And it does a large amount of damage, but it doesn't have much range. And I can feel that when I'm playing. I felt it a lot. I was playing on Angel City, which is the other map of this beta, and it felt... I was trying to shoot across rooftops, and it felt like I wasn't... The weird thing is, it just feels like you're not hitting them. Or like the gun's not working. It doesn't feel like you can't shoot that far, if that makes sense. It looks like your bullets are all going to the same place, but you're doing decreased amounts of damage. It was an odd feeling at first, but you get used to it really quickly. The third main-ish weapon, there are actually four, but the third main-ish is the smart pistol, and that was something I was really concerned about from the alpha. It seemed really overpowered. It was always killing you. It's basically an insta-kill. It auto-locks on, and it's always a headshot. I mean, anything like that is bound to be overpowered. But they've really balanced it back out for the beta. Of course, I still think it's overpowered, but I'm always going to think it's overpowered. I don't see a way they could change it and it not be overpowered in my mind. It takes longer to lock on a pilot, and it takes more than one lock to kill a pilot. Now, one shot killing grunts, I don't care. Grunts are the AI control in this game. I could care less about that. What I do care about is pilot kills and being killed as a pilot by the smart pistol. I only used it a little bit. I didn't use it a lot. I've been playing with a lot of my friends, and they were using it more than I was, so they have a little more of a grasp on it. But from watching them and from what they've played, that's what I feel about the weapons. They're more balanced now in terms of they took some distance, some range off the SMG. I feel like they added some range to the Carbine, and they put on... it takes longer to lock on with the smart pistol, and it takes 2 times to kill a pilot with the smart pistol, which I feel was great. So now let's start with the AI, because they did change the AI a little bit. Now, there are 2 or 3 different types of AI, depending on how you want to look at it. That guy just fell across the screen. Anyway, the main AI would be the grunts. The other humans in the game besides the pilot, or I think the pilots are humans. I actually think they're augmented humans, but we'll get into that later. Instead, the grunts are like the brute force of. Think of them as the infantry of the army, and then you're like the special part of the army as a pilot. And you can actually hear the grunts talking about pilots into other grunts. It's really cool to see. You outrank them, so they always call you sir. That's really cool. You can see the grunts dragging their wounded. Like if a grunt gets hurt, you can see another grunt drag him away, like behind cover. If you walk up on 2 grunts fighting, you can see them fighting hand-to-hand combat, and that's really cool to see. And if you kill the enemy grunt, your grunt may respond. He may be like, "Hey, I owe you one," or he may be like, "Man, thanks for the save," something like that, which is really cool. Now, the second type of AI are the Spectres, and they are robot, cyborg kind of things. Now, the Spectres, there are a couple different ways you can go about it. In Alpha, they've changed the Alpha. In the Alpha, I think they had the same health as a pilot did. They took a lot of bullets to kill for an AI, which I didn't really like. But they were... Yeah, there's one right now. They didn't do as much damage. They did maybe a little more damage than the grunts. The difference between Spectres and grunts, besides being humans and robots, you can hack Spectres. If you run up to a Spectre and hold X on Xbox, you'll stab it in the back with this knife that can hack them, and then they will fight for you and follow you around. And I found out they even follow you up on rooftops, which is really cool and is a really nice feature. in terms of Spectres, I really like the Spectres, especially since you can hack them. I wish they would give back the pilot health that they had. I understand, or maybe not quite pilot health, but more than grunts. My speculation, the reason there are not as many Spectres as there are grunts, since they seem to do more damage than grunts, and they attack Titans more than grunts do. I would like to see them with a little more health. The reason I think that there aren't as many in the game is because I think what they're going to do is going to say, well, they cost more to, to build and to have in the battle, so it makes sense that there wouldn't be as many. Now let's talk about my third and final thing I want to talk about, which were the Titans. Now the Titans are much more balanced than I thought they'd be. I give Respawn credit for that. You can kill them as a pilot, you can kill them as a Titan. Even technically AI can kill them, though they're not as prone to it. Spectres are more prone to attacking a Titan. Grunts try to stay out of their way. But Spectres will pull out anti-Titan weapons and kill them. Now, the two different ways you can kill a Titan as a pilot, you can rodeo it, which is where you jump on the back, rip off a back panel, and shoot into all these wires and different things. Basically, you fry the Titan and you make it explode from the inside out. Kind of like if you've ever seen The Incredibles when he jumps in the inside of the robot and it starts to stab itself, that kind of thing. Or you have anti-Titan weapons, a Sidewinder and a Heavy Archer rocket, I think is what it's called, and you can shoot them. I don't find those nearly as effective, especially if the Titan's at fuller health. See, when you rodeo, you go right past the shield that it has, right into its health. So maybe that's what it is. It's definitely a lot safer to shoot them with the weapons from farther away, of course, but it won't always get the job done, at least in my experience. I prefer to rodeo. I find it more fun, I find it faster, and I find it more effective than shooting it. Now, the things that they've changed are the abilities of the Titan, the things you can upgrade them with. So let me go over those super duper quickly. So during the alpha, you only had nuclear reactor and like a shield boost, like a dome shield boost. Whenever your Titan falls, there's a little shield around it. And you could auto eject, or you could have an ability where your shield will come back faster. Now there are a couple of different ones. There's one that'll warp your Titan into battle. I haven't had a chance to use that one, but I'm really excited to see what it does. And the other one is this, it'll release this electrical smoke, which acts kind of the same as an arc grenade. It gets pilots off of you, which I really want to try because I'm getting rodeoed a lot. The thing is, I like the setup I have right now, which is nuclear reactor core, so that when your Titan explodes, this is giant explosion that just decimates everything around it, and auto eject. Whenever your Titan is doomed, when it runs out of health, right before it explodes, it'll eject you, and then it'll blow up, so that you're not hurt in the process. Now, of course, if your Titan is doomed and then you get executed by another Titan, you'll still die. Or if you take too much damage before you get out of your Titan, if the Titan takes too much damage, then you'll die as well. But those things I've found to be really awesome, and I can't wait to try the new warp into battle. So that is my short little changes between alpha and beta. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe for more. I'll have a lot more Titan videos coming out. I'm playing the beta a ton, so that I'll have enough to come out. So anyway, guys, I've been Savage Bernie. Peace.